What's up, everyone? Thanks for being patient. I see we got a lot of people in here waiting today, which is nice to see. So I'm back once again with episode 17 of Coaster Cafe. Can you believe this is episode 17? That's crazy. I've been doing this for over 4 months now. That's time flies for sure. So how's everybody doing out there? I hope everybody's doing well. Hey guys, I see everybody in there saying hi. How you guys doing? Oh, CT Coaster says, I'm really happy because my dad is going to go into work tomorrow, and that's where my Coaster Daddy shirt shipped. That's awesome. I ordered a shirt for myself as well, and it just shipped a few days ago. I ordered it a while back, but they just made it and shipped it. And I also ordered a mug a while back, and it was supposed to arrive by May 1st, and I still haven't gotten it. I think they do say on the website that things are might be delayed a little bit because of the pandemic. That's understandable. So, but yeah, if you guys haven't checked it out, go check out the merch store. There's tons of stuff in there, something for everybody, all different price ranges. There's a lot of cool stuff in there. Somebody ordered a pair of socks and sent me a picture of them, and they're pretty nice. They're very thin socks, but they look pretty cool. So there's all kinds of stuff in there though, and yeah. So, like I said, episode 17, Coaster Cafe. We got Insane Coaster Junkie back in here. Hey Dale, glad to be back to videos. I was supposed to be at Waldemere right now. Yeah, Cedar Point was supposed to be opening a week from today. So, and I just thought of that, and that kind of bums you out a little bit. But speaking of Cedar Point, I got that, and I've got 2010 Cedar Point. I don't even know exactly where I got this shirt. I think probably from my dad or something, but yeah, I don't know. Um, 2010 Cedar Point shirt. So, and then a cup from the 90s. So, I think it's from the 90s anyway. All right. All right. Well, episode 17 Coaster Cafe. Let's get started, shall we? So, I showed off my mug. I'm drinking this really, really good. I had it last week, but it's called Atomic Coffee Roasters Rocketeer Blend. Oh my god, it is so good. So freaking good. Yes. Excellent stuff. For real. Um, but yeah, we're gonna go over the news in the industry. Um, any kind of news that's going on. I mean, I know there's still not a whole lot of substantial stuff going on, but there's a few things here. Um, is it radioactive? uh, I was gonna sing the song there, but you know, YouTube copyright, so it's kind of ridiculous. um, but yeah, let's talk about the news. You guys want to hear about the news stuff going on right now? Like I said, I know there's not a whole lot. Um, and I see somebody commenting about the SeaWorld Orlando surf coaster. There's nothing about that that's confirmed. That's all just speculation at this point. I've heard about that and I read about it, and there's a very compelling argument for it. It's a very real. There's some weight behind that rumor, but it is just a rumor right now. So keep that in mind when you're talking about the SeaWorld Orlando surf coaster. Surf coaster in quotations because it might not even be a surf coaster potentially. It's just rumored. So all right. Well, the news. I'm going to read all of the news items, and then we can discuss the ones we want to talk about. Oh, thank you, Veronica. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Shout out to Veronica for the donation. I appreciate it. Much appreciated. The first ever donation to Coaster Daddy. So that's pretty awesome. Round of applause. All right. Very, very good to see that. Um, all right. So Pigeon Forge attractions began opening May 1st with restrictions. So, of course, that was yesterday. So apparently they've begun to open up just attractions in the Pigeon Forge area. Universal CEO John Sprouse on reopening Universal Park says that they're strongly considering temp checking guests. They're going to do limited attendance. There's going to be more virtual queues, staggered seating, more disinfecting, and social distancing. No surprise with any of that stuff, honestly. No surprise. Um, Vekoma has released or a POV, I should say, has been released of the first Vekoma firestorm, which is at Vinpearl in China. It looks amazing. I've watched it a couple times. The Vekoma Firestorm coaster, it looks incredible. So, Kennywood is extending season. Um, Kennywood is extending season passes to June 2021. So not a huge surprise. Another park extending their pass season. I wonder how long it's going to take before they just make it good for all of 2021. um, Let's see. Indiana Beach owner, the new owner of Indiana Beach, does not actually own the land yet, apparently. So I don't know if that's going to be much of an issue. It might not be, but it's worth noting that he does not own the land yet, technically. All assets and rides except for Silver Comet and the water park are gone from Fantasy Island in New York. So that park is done. I mean, even if somebody would buy the land and bring it back to an amusement park, it's going to be a totally different park. You know, which wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing. I would love to see it come back as an amusement park, but everything is gone besides the coaster and the water park. Which with the water park there, it might be somebody might look at it as a good asset to have. But time will tell, obviously. Construction work is still ongoing for Snake River Expedition at Cedar Point. So apparently they're still working on that ride. Pretty cool. It looks like a cool ride. I love the old paddle wheel excursions, and I can't wait to see this. I've always said that they should have kept paddle wheel excursions instead of doing dinosaurs alive because that was just. Ugh. Um, Schwaben Germany is adding a new suspended coaster manufactured by Vegan. It's a Wii Flyer model. It's going to be called Hummel Brummel, which is German for bumblebee. And this suspended coaster at Schwaben Park in Germany, it's manufactured by Wiegand, who manufactures tons of those Alpine coasters, like I talked about in my Alpine coaster review. If you watch that, um, and it's basically a zip line coaster, but it's a suspended coaster, so it's pretty cool. Germany is proposing a new plan that could see parks reopen May 4th. A Florida task force has set first guidelines to reopen the theme parks in the area. Holiday World today is hosting a digital opening day. Um, it's already begun. I haven't done any of it myself. I probably won't really, but today they're doing a digital opening event, Holiday World. They have fireworks at 8 p.m. and it closes at 9 p.m. So it's kind of cool that they're trying to keep people engaged and you know, trying to do something in lieu of the actual opening. Kind of cool, I guess. Um, Las Vegas governor plans on extending stay-at-home order. Dollywood and Silver Dollar City season passes have been extended to mid 2021. Universal Studios Japan Super Nintendo World still said to open 2021. Universal Orlando pauses Epic Universe construction. That's unfortunate news. And Conneaut Lake Park Amusement Park, in Conneaut, Pennsylvania, has delayed the opening of the amusement park portion of the property, which was originally May 23rd. No surprise there. So that's all the news items I have. Any thoughts? Any thoughts, anybody? Funtown Splash Town USA. Yeah, I did hear that Funtown Splash Town is closed for the rest of the year. They're not opening at all in 2020. Um, which real talk, that might happen with a lot of other parks too. I'm just saying it's a possibility. It's a very real possibility. But it is unfortunate all the same. Sucks. Not good news for sure. Wow. Veronica, thank you so much. I can't wait for Orion either. I was supposed to ride Orion a couple weeks ago. I was stoked to ride it. It was gonna be like my first like opening day and kind of experience like with opening day and being around a lot of enthusiasts and things like that. So I was pretty stoked for the just doing it as well. Um, you know, but who would have predicted this? Once again, thank you to Veronica. I really appreciate it. I put a lot of time and work into doing these shows every week, and and I do it because it's fun. But it's just nice to see a little bit of support there. Would very very much appreciated. I really appreciate it. Um, let's see. Any confirmation on that RMC truck? I see somebody commenting about an RMC truck at a certain park. I haven't heard anything about that. Is there any confirmation on that? Let's see. Fury is not being taken down. uh, Orion looks like a really good Giga coaster. Yes, it does. I would like to ride Orion and Diamondback. Yeah, Diamondback is one of my all-time favorites. I love, love, love Diamondback. So absolutely. That's the bigger what are you referring to? Coaster Hour? You said that's the bigger issue? I'm not sure exactly what you're referring to. Sorry about that. Um, let's see. Roleplay says I feel like if one major park doesn't open for 2020, then the effect will snowball until nothing opens 2020. Yeah, it's possible, but we have no idea. We still don't have any idea. Parks may open. I think some parks will reopen. Which ones I don't know, but I think some of them probably will. You know, so Brent Melson says Orion can't wait. It better be open in July. Let's hope. What do you think about Florida and the talk of them getting their parks open in June? Seems like they're really set on that in Florida. Florida in general is just really gung ho about getting things open back up. Um, I'm not going to comment too much on that. But I do think a lot of people will try to follow follow what Florida does. We'll see what happens. I don't want to speculate on when parks are going to open because nobody really knows. So, hey, Daddy, are you coffee? I don't understand. Coffee made UV meat. Are you coffee made of meat? Let's see. Oh, the RMC truck was a clickbait article. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I didn't say the name of the park because I'm not trying to spread rumors. I figured it was just that. So, Coaster Hour says Funtown may not reopen ever from what I've heard. Doubtful. I actually think it'll depend by state. Wow, that's unfortunate news about Funtown. I haven't really read into it much, but I feel like maybe I did see something as well where it was kind of suggesting there's a potential that they may not reopen at all. That's just really sad news. It just sucks. Funtown is the park with Excalibur, I believe, which is a CCI wooden coaster. I believe that's the park that has Excalibur. Or is that the one with Rampage? Because if that's the one with Rampage, I'll be really disappointed. Um, yeah, Excalibur. Okay. Coaster Hour says wanted to ride Excalibur. So sad if it closes. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Um, it looked like a good, all those old CCIs. I would love to ride all of those, and that's just another one that didn't get talked about much, but um, it just looks like a really fun ride. I mean, it's an old CCI. I'm looking at pictures of it right now. Actually, it looks like a really good ride, to be honest. Um, it's one of those ones that looks like it might be underrated in a way. But let's just cross our fingers, hope that that park opens back up, can pull through it. Coaster, let's get some more opinions here. Coaster Lover 2001 says I'd say the parks in Florida, Georgia, and Texas have a shot of reopening in June. The parks in Indiana and Ohio have a shot reopening by July, I think. Fair assessment. Fair assessment. Oh, yeah. Once again, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. So it's good to see some of this, work pay off a little bit. So I'm glad you guys enjoy the show. Um, Coaster Lover 2001 said the Ohio economy started to reopen yesterday. That is true. The economy did start to reopen, but the stay-at-home order has also been extended through May 29th as well, um, for Ohio. AR7 says, "When will we get to the next news thing?" I already read off all the news. I don't know if you missed that, but I read off all of the news items, and now we're just kind of everybody's discussing, um, yeah. So we're just discussing new stuff, that people want to talk about. So Insane Coaster Junkie says my county will start to reopen next Friday. Our governor is doing region by region. Okay, interesting. That's a interesting way to do it. All right. Sorry, I'm kind of jumping all over the place. This chat, for some reason, when I see the chat on my computer, it like jumps around a lot, and then it'll be hard to find things, and I don't know, but so I'm just kind of jumping jumping back and forth. Stanford Burgess here. He says the Funtown owner just said that if the quarantine continues into next season, then it may have to close forever. It might just be a statement of anger or even just a bit of political pressure. Okay, that's a good point. Yeah, that makes sense. And I feel for those places too. They a lot of those places they just they can't survive without opening back up. So I understand their frustration, and it's so difficult because it's like, how long do you let it go? Where is like the line where you go from completely killing the economy to, I don't know. We're not going to get into that, but it's a tough situation. See, Jason BTW says NPA. A lot of the entertainment industry is reopening soon. Golf courses, state parks, and hopefully theme parks. Okay. Well, that's good news to hear. Hopefully your guys' parks can open better. He said, I'm going to go yell at the governor of Massachusetts to legalize T bars. Yeah. Get on that, please. um, do I know why some of the B&M inverts are missing the front car? Um, They, are none of them are missing the front car, but some of them have, like, 0 cars, which are, like, an empty, like, car in the front. I don't know how else to describe it, but none of them are missing front cars as far as I know. Where are enthusiasts getting Kings Island 2020 maps? Probably online. I think they have them on their website. Uh, Coaster Lover says, at least the economy is reopening. People need to get back to work. Yeah, yeah. Kyle Custer says, I heard on the news that 20 states in the US are going to open back up in the next few days. Yes, that's what it seems like. Island one day. Well, thank you. Thank you very much again for, the kindness there. Very generous donations. And yeah, hopefully, I can get out to Kings Island again, maybe sometime this year, and maybe I'll see you there. So thank you very much. Uh, Chaos says, I was just chilling looking on I was just chilling looking on RCDB and found a B&M dive coaster that opened in 2018 in China that had the old restraints, and that gives me hope we could still see a dive coaster without the vest. Okay, yeah. Now the thing is, a lot of those in China are the 6-seat dive coasters, and on the 6-seat versions, I don't think they can use the vest restraints. So if that's a 6-seat dive coaster, that's probably why it has the classic over-the-shoulder restraints. Because I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not sure, but I don't think they can use vest restraints on those 6 across versions. Economy will be far worse. I completely agree. As much as some people are really hurting right now, to get back to work. I mean, there's kind of some uncertainty going on with my job right now. Like it, we don't want the virus to get any worse because, like you said, it's just going to be worse down the line if it starts to spread again. So, yeah. Says water parks are going to get hit really hard. I expect a lot of these places to close. I agree. A lot of the smaller places, water parks and stuff like that, they're going to take it the worst. So, Matthew said Coaster Studios put out a video based off the Reddit post discussing the speculation about the B&M Surf Coaster going to SeaWorld Orlando. Once again, it's just a rumor. There's very good evidence to back it up. I read about that myself. There's very good evidence to back it up, but it is just a rumor at this point. It's not a surf coaster yet, but it's rumored to be one. So pretty exciting to hear, though, for sure. G Money says trying to convince my parents to take her family to Kings Island. Last time I was there, I was 9, and too sissy to ride Diamondback and Banshee. Good luck, man. Uh, Coaster Lover says so. That means Emperor will have the old OSTRs. Yeah, possibly. Like I said, I might be wrong. I'm not quite sure. Oh, okay. Meg says Valkyria has vests, and that is a 6-seat dive coaster. So, um, okay. And somebody else also said Emperor does too. So, never mind. Throw that out the window. I was wrong. 6-seat dive coasters can use the vest restraints. So, but that just makes that the other guy's theory, even better because he says, there's hope. We can still see newer dive coasters with the older strengths. Good point. So, oh yeah, Real Plays brought up a good point. So a lot of dive coasters in China are clones, and like Real Play said, the dive coaster in China is a clone of Sheikah or Griffin. That's why it has older restraints. All custom models will have vests. That makes a lot of sense. So, all right, see you, Jason. Thanks for joining. Man, you guys really love this trivia. There's like 2 or 3 people every week that are like, clamoring to get to the trivia. I'm not taking any longer than I normally do to get to it, so we're only 25 minutes in. We'll get to it soon. It'll be very soon, all right? Um, Kyle says my mom saw a survey the other day and saw that over a third of businesses won't survive this pandemic. I believe it. Yeah. Cow. Cow. Come on, cow. South Park impression. Mm. This coffee is so good. All right, guys. I'm gonna get to the trivia now. All right. Trust me, we're gonna get there. One thing real quick though. Um, Angelo Giles, if anybody here or Giles, I think it's Giles, Angelo Giles. If anybody watches his channel, he's been doing this like podcast series lately during this quarantine, and he's been having coaster enthusiasts on and just kind of talking to them. And he is releasing a new episode today, this afternoon, he told me. It might have come out since I've started this stream. Um, but yeah, let's just block this person again because they're trolling again. No politics on here. Thank you very much. You will be blocked. But anyway, I was on, and he's releasing that this afternoon. So Angelo Giles, that's Angelo and Giles. If you guys haven't checked him out, it's an awesome channel. Hey Stubwood, what's up? How you doing? So yeah, Angelo Giles today, this afternoon, there's a podcast with me. So make sure you guys check it out. It should be pretty awesome. It's probably gonna be in the neighborhood of like maybe probably not even an hour long. It wasn't like super long. But it's decent, amount of content to satisfy your coaster daddy itch. Stanford Bird says Angelo also reviews colognes. Yes, he does. He reviews colognes. He reviewed a laptop. He did this really popular video. It's like the most popular video on his channel, I think, where he teaches people how to use the rice cooker. Where does it release? On YouTube. It's on YouTube. Angelo Giles YouTube channel. So coming out this afternoon. It's not out yet because I just checked, but he did say it's coming out this afternoon. So he told me to let you guys know. But yeah, Angelo reviews colognes. He's an interesting guy. He has tons of interests, and he talks about a lot of things. So he's pretty interesting. Oh yeah, thanks for writing it, Stanford Bridge. I guess I could have just written it in there instead of repeating it over and over. I'm also going to do a post about it on my page so people can see that. But all right. Yeah, he does have some awesome POVs. He does. Yeah. Yeah, he does have a lot of cool things. All right, it's time for trivia. Time for trivia. So get those brains working here. All right. First question. Okay. There are roller coasters that have the specific name suspended looping coaster that have operated in China. Out of these four, only one is actually a genuine Vekoma SLC. Where is the Chinese Vekoma SLC known as suspended looping coaster located? I'll give you guys 20 seconds here. I'm counting down. Got 15 seconds to go. Yeah, that's right. I'm timing this. Man, yeah. So, I mean, everybody knows it's in China. I said it was in China. I I said, where is the Chinese Vekoma SLC known as suspended looping coaster located? And everybody's commenting China, China, China. Well, I know it's China. I said it was China. But the answer is it's actually defunct now. So, like I said, there were four suspended looping coasters in China. They were called there were coasters that were actually called suspended looping coaster. And all of them were very SLC like rides, but the other three were knockoffs by Golden Horse. But the defunct Suzo Amusement Land, um, that's where this coaster's at. It operated from 2003 to 2017. It's a 787-meter extended model. Apparently, the roller coaster was left on site after the park closed in 2017, and it's planned to be repurposed into an aviary set to be completed by 2020. So this is really cool, actually. It's really weird, really cool. So that's the coaster I was talking about there, that RCDB link. Um, and well, of course it was a hard one. I'm not going to give you guys easy questions now. um, some of them I do are easy, I know. But anyway, this coaster, there's an article I just link you to right there. This specific Vekoma SLC, which is now closed, they apparently left it on the site and they're turning it into an aviary for birds, which is weird and cool. Um, yeah, it's really weird. So, really interesting story. That aviary was supposed to be completed by 2020, the article said. I don't know if that ever happened. I don't know the status of that, but it's pretty cool, actually. Using a Vekoma SLC, it's probably better as an aviary, to be honest, right? Yeah, won't hurt your ears anymore. That's right. Videos like polls and pictures and subscribers to get the community tab. So it is a very nice feature to have, though. I love having it. So, Roleplay says they abandoned the aviary project. Okay, that's not a surprise, honestly. It doesn't surprise me. So the coaster's probably just sitting there abandoned. All right. So we got that question out of the way. Now this one is also going to be a pretty hard one, I think. Um, uses SC as a bird hanging out spot. Yeah. I mean, even though it's not going to be an aviary, the birds are probably still using it. They can have right at it. I mean, 1,000. You need 1,000 subs for the community tab, like I said. All right, second trivia question. There was a really strange wild mouse style coaster, and I say wild mouse style coaster because RCDB has this listed as a wild mouse style coaster, but the model's not called a wild mouse, and it really doesn't resemble the layout of a wild mouse that much. But anyway, there was a really strange wild mouse style coaster made by Maisho Amusement Machines, which operated from 1994 to 2009. What was this called and where did it opt? Hope it doesn't hurt the bird's ears. Not Panda Coaster. All right, time's up, guys. Time's up. So I'm sending you the RCDB link right here. Yeah, I know. There's not the easiest thing, but yeah. So this coaster is called Scramble Coaster. It's at Lena World in Yamagata, Japan. It opened in 1994, and the park is still operating, but the um, coaster closed in 2009. But yeah, it's just a random coaster I found on RCDB. It's called Scramble Coaster. I think it has a cool name, and I actually think it looked like a pretty cool ride too, if I'm being completely honest. It's just like really weird and janky and just quirky all around. It's just weird and wacky, and I love it. The station's kind of cool looking. So yeah, that's a Scramble Coaster at Lena World. Yeah, people are saying it's laggy. Um, Stanford Bridge. I was just about to guess that. Why didn't you guess it? It's actually laggy for me too. I think it's probably the internet connection because the coming back on. Right, let's see if this helps. I just disconnected and reconnected, but now it's saying my connection is unstable still. So I don't know. There's not really much I can do about it, honestly. Which sucks, but I did try reconnecting it. We'll see if it works going forward. Yeah, there goes lagging again. I see it. Let's see. Is it Q&A time? Yes, it is. I open up the floor to Q&A. My opinion of Wrath of Zeus. Well, I talked about that in the news section. It looks awesome. Yeah, I did talk about that. That's the new Vekoma Firestorm coaster. Have I heard of Northern Rides? I've seen him here in my chat. I haven't really watched any of his content though. Yeah, there are a lot of spammers. Honestly, I think it's probably the same person. Um, I feel like they're just like making different accounts and coming on here and trolling. Apparently, they don't have anything better to do than to come on Coaster Daddy's live stream. I don't know. I'll just keep blocking them. So whatever. They're probably watching right now, and you know, in earnest, they're creating another new account with another edgy name. Oh, Camry. Stanford Bridge says Northern Rides is Danish and covers Danish coasters a lot. I want a Danish now. I want a Danish. Cream cheese Danish. Am I going to watch CoasterBot's 8-hour live stream next week? I'm not going to watch any 8-hour live stream. I'll tell you that right now. Maybe I'll tune in for some of it. I don't know. But who is spamming? What is it? You? You brought it up. No, I don't know. Somebody's spamming. Oh, there are no trivia questions if that's what you're talking about. I did both. I do two trivia questions every week. And I would do more, but um see, I have a really hard time coming up with questions every week. It's hard enough getting two questions. So, yeah, I remember the old school coaster frenzy reactions. Yeah. I think a lot of people like those. All right, see you Coaster Hour. Thanks for joining. No Limits or Planet Coaster? I've never played No Limits, but I think No Limits looks better as it definitely as a coaster builder for sure. This week's trivia questions were sadistic, and that's right. And you guys weren't expecting that timer either. I know you guys weren't expecting. See, the thing is, I know if I don't time you guys and we just let it keep dragging on, people can get on RCDB, start looking stuff up within 30 seconds or so, they'll have an answer. So to make it a little bit more challenging, keep you guys engaged a little bit, I had to light a fire under your guys's what. So all right, see you CT coasters. Yeah, it is very laggy. I realize that. Once again, I apologize. There's not really anything else I can do. I've disconnected and reconnected to the internet. Sometimes that helps. All right, I'm trying it again. See if it works. I just did it again. We'll see. That's really all I can do, to be honest. Because it is the Wi-Fi that's causing the issue. When is Coaster Wife gonna make a cameo? You guys like seeing her on here? I don't know. I don't know. A lot of times she doesn't want to come on camera because she looks ugly. That's what she says. Try to turn off the router and turn it on again. I always do that. Yeah, I know that could help, but I would have to end this live stream and I would have to go to the other room to do that as well. So Coaster Mommy, yes. The lowest I've seen I through 05 ranked. Well, of course, Airtime Thrills. It's not even in its top 50. So much respect to the guy. Love Airtime Thrills, but I do highly disagree with that personally, which most people do see it as a top tier coaster, you know. When will Coaster Doggy come? I don't know. He can't get in here right now because the door's closed. So, where did I get this? A lot of people ask about that because it's pretty cool, actually. Um, but this I got for Christmas well over a decade ago, and I just never did anything with it. Then I started doing this, and I was like, wait, I have something that would make a really good backdrop. So I started using as a backdrop for my live streams and any other videos I might record. So my dog is a Chihuahua Shih Tzu. We were told he's a Shih Tzu and Chihuahua mix, but we think he has some terrier in him. So that answer was so leggy. Yeah. Stanford Bridge says I-305 wouldn't have made my top 20, and that was before it gave me concussion and whiplash. I do love it though. Okay. Interesting. So sounds like you still enjoy it more than Airtime Thrills does, but you still don't rank it super high, which is fine. And I get it, it is kind of a one trick pony. I mean, I kind of covered that in my review of it. It's not a diverse ride. It is kind of a one trick pony. It does have some good airtime though, in my opinion. I think its airtime is a little underrated. People are like, "Oh, it doesn't have any good airtime." Blah, blah, blah. I think there's actually some really solid airtime on it from my experience. The first drop, that turn after the drop, or not the turn, the hill. And then I think even the two hills in the middle of the ride have pretty good airtime. But yeah, awesome ride. I loved it. Repeat the breed of my dog, Shih Tzu, Chihuahua, maybe Terrier. We think he's like um Chihuahua and Shih Tzu and Terrier, we think. I threw a five. Your question should have been favorite arrow besides Magnum or Tennessee Tornado. Then it would be Gemini. But yes, yeah, love Tennessee Tornado. Oh, the background, I don't know where it came from. I got it for Christmas well over a decade ago. I have no clue where they got it. I've tried looking for it online and I couldn't find it. So, um, Stanford Bridge says, I really love the first drop on I-305. My favorite part of it. Yeah, I respect that. It's an awesome drop. To me, though, I found it's like, and I remember Chris from Airtime Thrill said the same thing as well. To me, it does not feel like a 300-foot drop. And I think it's because it has like more of a pullout. And I think that's why it feels shorter. Like, even though it's a huge 300-foot drop, it almost just feels like a hyper drop. Um, I don't know. I mean, it's still good. It's still one of the best drops I've experienced. I do prefer Millennium Force's drop over it because Millennium Forces feels longer and it has the T bars and you get a lot pinion drop, and it's still one of the best drops I've been on. So, well, everybody likes the turn after the drop, of course. Got a gray out there. So, try close my other tab to see if that helps. Probably not, but close the other tab on my internet. I'll close. Yeah, let's see. Stanford Bridge says Fury for me is the best first drop, along with El Toro. Yeah, I don't know exactly what my favorite first drop is, but Fury is definitely up there. Fury is definitely one of the best, possibly even the best in my opinion. So I can definitely respect that opinion for sure. I am not from Sandusky. I was born in Sandusky, but I've never lived in Sandusky. So if it was, I listened to it. So Yeah, Fury does feel endless. I can only imagine. Yeah, Cedar Point is amazing to have as a home park. Definitely. It definitely is. By the way, I just thought too. Somebody said when the show first started that so I'm sure most of you guys know when the quarantine started, um I was doing live streams like all the time. I would just do them whenever. And some people really love those. Um okay, I won't have to keep hiding you if you don't keep doing those comments. You know exactly what you're doing. You're trolling, you're spamming. So obviously you're going to be blocked. So nice knowing you. You know exactly what you're doing. Anyway, um so yeah, the sporadic live streams that I was doing, I kind of got away from that a little bit, and it was kind of intentional, but not really. I just really haven't wanted to do them recently, and I'm not gonna do them if I don't want to do them. I mean, first of all, it's my channel. I can do what I want on my channel. Um, and I love that you guys love joining in on those. They are fun to do sometimes, but I did feel like it just kind of got to be after I was doing so many of them, it kind of devalued like the whole my whole thing with live streaming was at first it was like all fun doing it all sporadic, but then it got to be like regular hat and it was just like the same stuff over and over and over and over. And to be honest, I could use that time to be productive working on more videos and stuff. So, you know, I don't know. I will do some more random live streams. I'm sure I will, at some point. I will do one again, I'm sure. But I don't know when. I just do them very sporadically. They're not planned, obviously. So see you role plays. It was good seeing you here. Thanks again. All right, guys. Well, I think I'm gonna get going now. It's been fun. There's been a lot of lag in this live stream, so I think I'm just going to end it here. I think we pretty much talked about everything. So, thank you guys once again for joining. Don't forget to keep an eye on Angelo Giles, his channel, and I'll make a post about it too whenever it comes out. But he's releasing the podcast featuring me. Also, I have a video coming out. It's going to be going public at 2 o'clock. Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you guys. But I also have a video going public at 2 o'clock today. So just a little over an hour, you get to see a new video from me. There's the podcast coming out featuring me. So you guys should be good for a while. But anyway, thank you guys so much for joining again. This is Coaster Daddy signing out. Peace.